Am I alive? Am I alive? I want to get in here and talk about Corey Holcomb and Darlene Ortiz. The other night, Corey was doing a rant about his disdain for uh what's his name? And forgive me for my glitches in my memory. Still recovering from that minor stroke I had, but uh Godfrey, the comedian Godfrey. And Darlene proceeds to say, "Oh, I like him." Now, Darlene and Corey's relationship is very cringy to watch. I don't feel like she brings a lot to the show. I'm not being mean. I'm just talking about for me. For me, I think she's there because of the icon. Anyone that can remember her, maybe the YNs not too much, but us older ones remember her album cover, her famous album cover. And I think this was, I think she's all natural. I think this was before the BBL and everything. She had, her body was snatched, and she helped sell a lot of records. But other than that, her commentary, she doesn't her, and I'm not being facetious. Don't get me wrong. I think she's a sweet soul, okay? But for podcasting or for the show, I don't think she has enough how can I say it? Confidence and intellect to really carry that show. And Corey, because he's still mad at the first wife and he hasn't resolved the issue. You know how men are. Men can cheat on you. Men can, treat you any kind of way. But Lord forbid you do that to them. They wanna kill everybody. They wanna commit murder, suicide. They wanna beat you up. They wanna do all this, and they are hurt for the rest of their life. This man is mad because his first wife ain't take his bullshit. That's what this is all about. He is mad because he wants to get with the first wife, back with the first wife, and she like, nah, I'm good. See, a man's relationship with his wife and children tells you everything you need to know about him. You know, life is very easy. People want and demand things in other people that they're not giving to other people. And that's a narcissist. That's a clear definition of a narcissist. This man is very talented, but he has been his own worst enemy. And he's mad at the wrong person, the wrong people. He should be mad at himself. But I love the 5150 show because he allows his chat. Hello. He allows the chat to roast him. And you read some of the comments, they're funny. I've been watching them for years. I took a little break when I started working long hours, but yo, that COVID, it was the 5150 show. And Corey's anger and mad and unresolved issues have spilt out into his business relationships. And if he doesn't have a respect for you, then he can't do business with you. See, one thing about white folks, y'all don't understand about them, about people who are successful in business. They don't like each other. Y'all got this concept that, oh, they like each other. No, no, no. They just know how to put their personal opinions aside to do business. Because the bottom line is doing business. That's it. That is it. They're not trying to make friends. They ain't trying to, create these lasting bonds. They're just, all they want to do is business, make money. That's it. That's it. But we black folks, we gotta like you. You gotta kiss our ass. You gotta go through all these hoops just to make money. And that has been our biggest hindrance. And it's also social conditioning has a very great part, and you have to guard your mind. It says put on the breastplate of righteousness. That's a metaphor. But why? You have to protect your heart. Put on the helmet of salvation. You got to protect your thoughts. But they're too, it's very cringy to watch them. He talks to her any kind of way. He know he better not put a sister next to him. And Darlene just sit there all docile and it's just annoying. I don't think she bring much to the table. Ask me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You can't have an in depth conversation with her because she's trying to be nicey, nicey, nicey. And just at some point, woman, that's just her. That's just her personality. There's nothing wrong with it. I don't think it's a great fit for the show. And she should know Corey by now. When he goods on his rants, if she's gonna sit there, if she gets on his rant, shut up. But then again, think up, she's non-foundational. So of course she has watched the Godfrey get roasted by FBAs, and you see what I like him. There's plenty of times he talked about black folks on that show. She didn't chime in and said, "Oh, I like them." People know that Corey's opinions are Corey's opinions. But she wanted to let us know, really, that she ain't feeling the backlash against Godfrey. That wasn't a swipe at Corey. That was really to let us know, look, I like him. That's what that was about. And then Corey tells you who he is. I can deal with a man that tells you who he is. When I say deal with them, I'm talking about understanding them. I don't know if he's joking, but he says he goes with needy women. He has a need to feel he has a need to feel needy and control. And he knows needy women can be controlled and manipulated. Because the bottom line, all he wants is sex when he wants it. He wants prostitutes without going to the street. And the women that have surrounded him has done him a disservice. Because when you don't hold somebody accountable, all these people, all these people with money, positions, power, they put weak people around them, yes men and yes women, and it doesn't help you. It doesn't help your character and your maturity level. I thought Zoe was coming back. I thought Zoe, and a lot of people come on Corey's show, they seem to be afraid of him. Yeah, sitting except the female, the one black female comedian. I liked her. I forgot her name. She was there a few weeks ago. But yeah, Darlene is just there because she's been there, okay, from the beginning. But at some point, you gotta have a vision for your show, what you want to do, and it's only once a week, one day a week. So it ain't like it's a show that you know requires a lot of production. It's just a week, and I enjoy it. I enjoy it for the most part. But when he started getting on those rants and extended rants, but I like his commentary. I like some of his commentary. I really do, and I believe he's a man searching. And this is what happened. People like he and I won't do anything for a career advancement. We're not sleeping our way to the top. We're not allowing people to pinch our booties. We're not selling ourselves out. And when you do it like that, it takes you a little longer and you may not make all the money. But I'm done. Darlene, please get some self-esteem, girl. Please. I mean, you getting you bucking back a little bit. You bucking back a little bit. I know it's in you. Somewhere down in there. I don't know what you are. Mexican. I don't know what you are. But I know you're not foundational. You're not an FBA. And Corey, that's what that was about. It wasn't about you per se, but she should have read the room. She knows you by now. She knows you better than we know you. And she knew that that was not the time to say about man she knows nothing about. That was not the time. But that was not a slight at you. That was to let us know that let her know she ain't a part of that FBA bullcrap in an indirect way. Okay? I'm done.